Right, you know what? All the Sims 4 fanboys gonna hate me for this video, but the Sims 3 built mode in many ways was a lot better. I mean, the most obvious one. You can place any lot of any size anywhere. If I want to build a 64x64 lot right over the sea, here we go, boom. Now, in my humongous, expansive open worlds, I can go to this lot, go into built mode without a bloody loading screen, by the way. So first things first, lots. As I showed you in The Sims 3, you can place any lots anywhere of any size. It doesn't even have to be attached to a road, even though there are cars in this game. You can pop it down anywhere. Although, of course, I do recommend placing it on a roadside. That would be a lot more appropriate, but you don't have to. So obviously worlds in The Sims 4 are a lot smaller, and you can't exactly build any lot anywhere, and that's because this is a fake map screen. You are bound to the different lots and their different sizes. Even in Newcrest, the biggest lot is 50x40. If you want a 64x64 lot, you're going to have to get a pack like the Get Together pack just so you can get a 64x64 lot here. And unlike The Sims 3, where you can build lots like right next to each other, in The Sims 4 you're very limited in terms of like lots being close, and it feels a lot less communal. And in worlds where there are technically supposed to be lots of lots near each other, such as a Growing Together world, of course all of these different lots here are totally fake. There's only one real lot in this entire neighborhood, so that's an obvious win to The Sims 3 on that one. The second reason why I love The Sims 3 built mode is collections. In The Sims 3 you couldn't actually like sort by packs for each individual category, but there was this collections tab. Right now I have The Sims 3 Island Paradise installed, so it does show all of the stuff here. But what if I wanted to make a more niche collection? You can click create new collection here. I could give the collection a name, anything you want to call it. You could even choose a pretty little icon if you like, or should we go for the Illuminati icon? You can organize your collections in, you know, different ways, which is lovely. But more importantly, if I see something I really like, such as this urinal, yes, British people call it urinal, not urinal. In the built menu, I can click on add to collection. I can then add that to my collection, okay? And then when we go into collections and click on it, it's all there. So if there's like stuff that you just want to quickly come back to, like some of your favorite things, it's so easy to make a collection for it. And it's one of the reasons why building in The Sims 3 can actually be very good. So The Sims 4 doesn't have collections. You instead just sort by different packs. To be fair, in some ways it's good. You can sort by colors. It also has this special section where you sort by birthday, which has literally no meaning. They've just abandoned this filter and have done nothing with it. But you can't create custom collections. You literally can't at all, and it's a big shame. So the third thing is the create style tool. Yes, it was very laggy back in the day, but most modern PCs now can handle the create style tool. A lot of people complain like, oh, The Sims 3 doesn't have much stuff, but actually it doesn't really need to. You know, you could say, oh, there's not many island counters in The Sims 4 base game, but actually there are an unlimited amount of island counters, and you don't need to buy kits or packs in order to get them. This one has like a scratched, I don't know, like pinkish top, but I can make it white and modern like this really easily. Maybe I want to change it and make it more reflective and metal and kind of basic, and you can do that. Maybe you want to give it a more like funky design like this. Not sure why, but there we go. You could have a cute little fairy tale counter if you wanted to, with butterflies on it. And of course you have all the details of, for example, being able to make the butterflies pink. If you want to make them pink, you can change everything. You can have duck counters. You can change the countertop to like this style, which is like kind of gritty looking. And of course the underneath itself is wood, but you can change it to any different shade of wood. There are so many different types of wood literally just in the base game alone, all of which you can change in the tiniest details. There is like an infinite number of possibilities. You can change it to literally anything you want it to. Therefore, we don't need to have like a million different, you know, kitchen counters in The Sims 4. You know, so many people say like, oh, you should get The Sims 4 Parenthood Pack because it comes with the best kitchen. In The Sims 3, you can, you know, recreate any kind of kitchen unit just, you know, with create a style tool, because the possibilities are unlimited. If I want like a, I don't know, like a modernish counter, I guess, like you have to have, you know, this shabby looking base game one, or you have to have a dream home decorator one, or the cool kitchen stuff one. Like you need a different pack for each of them, and even then you only have a limited number of swatches. You know, what if I want one that's white on the bottom with a dark black counter? You can't do that because this one's slightly brown. You're limited by the swatches that you're given, and if you want something with better swatches, then you have to buy a pack. Same with sofas. Okay, we've got this shabby looking sofa here. I can make it, you know, leopard print. I can make it leopard print if you really wanted to. I can make it leather. leather. Like you can change it to any material that you want, but in The Sims 4, you actually have to like buy a pack with a new sofa to do that. But the main reason why Creative Style was honestly so great is from the actual flooring, for example. In The Sims 4, there's only like one main carpet swatch. Like there's literally no others other than that one singular one. In The Sims 3, look at how many different carpets we have. There are so many different designs with like this Creative Style tool. It literally any color you want. It's not like The Sims 4 where you're bound to different swatches. You can literally just do it in any way that you want. You know, it's bizarre to me that, you know, when people are in The Sims 4 and there's something they want in build mode, they say, oh, I want a new kit or new pack with a new, you know, carpet. Why do you need a new pack? You don't want a new pack. What you want is Creative Style tool. That is what you want. So many possibilities. Even if you don't want a carpet, okay, you could just go on like tiles and mosaics and change it to a tiled flooring. Like you didn't have to rely on all these different packs and swatches and things. Like you could just do anything you wanted to and change it to any color. It's amazing. Looking at carpets in The Sims 4, so we only have one base game carpet and it's weirdly like very like pixelated, like it's very enlarged. And of course you only have a limited number of swatches, so you haven't really got that much choice in what you use. The only second like proper normal-ish looking carpet we've got is the one that came in the pastel pop kit. Even then, there's a lot of like crazy colors. There's not that much like normal swatches in it. So unfortunately to The Sims 4 fanboys, fangirls out there, that is a win for The Sims 3. The next reason is The Sims 3 has actually good objects. Now, don't get me wrong, The Sims 3 build mode, like it does have significantly less stuff than The Sims 4, but quality over quantity. How many bookshelves do we have in The Sims 4, but absolutely nothing that looks normal? In The Sims 3 base game alone, okay, this is such a normal looking bookshelf. This is 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 a normal looking bookshelf. You know, we got a kooky little kids one. We got this backwards S, looks absolutely horrific. We got this weirdly shaped one here. Another like a bit weird one there. A bloody dollhouse looking one. We've got this one here and we've got this one here, which are basically the same but slightly different. We got this god-awful monstrosity. We got this god-awful monstrosity. This one is slightly normal, but it's not quite normal. It's not just, you know, a basic rectangle. This one is a basic rectangle, but it looks ugly and it's very under-detailed. It looks like it was made for a mobile game. Well, technically it was, looking at The Sims 4's history. We got this pretty one, but this is locked behind a career reward. You have to be level 8 of the business management career to get this one. But this is the only like proper normal looking one. Even then, like it's a double one, not just like single. Do you know what I mean? They could have just like cut it in half, but they didn't. Now, there is a reason I chose a lot over the sea, and that's because in The Sims 3, building over the sea is base game. So I could use some wooden stilted foundations and boom, I've built over the sea. This is entirely base game. So you could literally build a house that like goes out onto sea and you could just build on here as normal. And that's an obvious win for The Sims 3. So in The Sims 4, if you want to build over water, firstly, you have to buy the Sims 4 Island Living expansion pack. And secondly, you have to build on one of the pre-made lots that are over water, such as this lot here. So yeah, I can build a little foundation out and chuck that over the water, give it some nicer looking stilts. So you can do it in The Sims 4, like you just need to pay for it. In the My Wedding Stories world in Tartosa, they did build a beach lot, although as you can see, it doesn't actually reach out to the ocean bit, so you can't build over the water here. So it is exclusive to the Island Living world. Even if there's a beach lot in another world, you literally just can't build over it. So that is a win to The Sims 3, an actual factual one, not an in my opinion one. The next reason is pre-built houses. Pre-built houses and lots in general in The Sims 3 are a lot better than The Sims 4. This is a totally random one that I've just clicked on. As you can see, even though The Sims 3's build tools are a bit more primitive than The Sims 4, you were still able to make really nice spaces like this. You know, this is supposed to be some kind of mansion. It's not very well decorated, like it's not, but it's much better. Be honest with me now, be 100% honest, guys. Without being biased, The Sims 3 houses were a lot better looking than The Sims 4. I mean, look at that. We've even got a little walkway over the bloody pool. Sims 4 could never. Even this little house over here, right? This little modern thing with like a little pond going underneath the house with a little pillar. Looks pretty cool. I'll be honest with you, like, again, the interior decoration, like it's not it, but you can see a lot of passion actually goes into Sims 3 builds in terms of trying their very best to make them look nice. Yeah, they're underfurnished, but like the architectural design, it's superb. Look at all this stuff over the pond. It's amazing. Bit of a health and safety hazard, this one, especially without the rails. But there is no denying EA did try a lot harder in the Sims 3. Sims 3 houses are not perfect, but they're better than Sims 4 houses. If you've seen like my channel regularly before, you'll know I detest EA's builds more so than I detest all of my exes. This build is the most bloody horrific one, absolutely horrendous. This build in Del Sol Valley, right, they forgot to do the wall swatches properly, so you got a half weird looking wall here. And just like looking at the design, like, yeah, the Sims 3 ones were designed ugly. They were a bit ugly, but the Sims 4 on the other hand, oh my gosh, they're all horrific looking. In this mega mansion here, EA actually forgot to add toilets in the bathroom, so the people who live here actually cannot have a wee or a poo, and EA haven't bothered to fix it. EA builds are the most ugly things I've ever seen. They're dreadfully uninspired and built by people who are not competent at building. I am calling EA out because they are shit at building in their own game, and it's embarrassing, and this is a win for the Sims 3. Guys, like, this video was like just a little bit of a fun, like it's not that deep. I just wanted to highlight some lovely things about the Sims Rebuilt mode that I really miss. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy the next video of me comparing the Sims 3 and the Sims 4 in a lot more detail, so feel free to check that one out. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.